Thanks for joining me on this video. I will be helping you to get those stripped screws or nuts out. Remember, if you're working with Japanese bikes, get the right type of screwdriver to start off with and you won't have this problem. It seems like the noob before me had some funny screwdrivers and he messed up all the heads. So I've got jizz screwdrivers. The first thing you want to do is use a hammer and tap it lightly, or use an impact driver. If you don't have an impact driver, get yourself some of these screw removers. So how it works is you basically drill in and it makes a hole, a round hole. Then you put it into reverse, meaning lefty loosey, righty tighty, lefty loosey, righty tighty. You want to get your bit and put it back on and slowly go in the direction that the screw should get loose in, and you will get this bite. And then as soon as it bites, you will actually feel that the screw is starting to come out. I've done this on all 4 of these because they were totally gone, and you'll see I was able to get all screws out. So these worked extremely well. They get stuck on the drill bit, so you get a vise or a pliers and just pull them off your drill once they're done. And you can see the head of the screw is actually just been rounded off in the way that you should be a Phillips, well, jizz head, I would call it, Japanese industry standard. Now with these, what sometimes happens is they give you a set. There's different sizes. I normally start in the small one and I work my way up. Some of these were really stubborn screws in the actual carburetor head. Make sure you're holding in a secure place so you don't end up damaging the carbs. I had a vise for woodworking that I used and it fitted nicely. And as I got through this and I discovered that it was quite stiff, one of them was, I did a few different things. So you'll notice screwdriver and hammer first. Then we looked at adding a bit of penetrating fluid to see if that helps. Then I drilled the screws and tried to get them out with this double-sided remover. It's not that expensive, it's worth its money. It's about $3.99 or $4.99 I think. I'll put a link in the description to these so you can check them out and pick up your own ones. So the top one was really stubborn and I slowly worked up the sizes in screw. Try not to drill too fast when you're loosening it. You want it to grip, and you'll see here it totally annihilated the head. And then I went back down to small size and it was not working for me. And then I tried my secret weapon. So if you're struggling, get yourself my secret weapon and it will work for you. Let me show you that and you can see how that works out. Again, I want to make sure that you're aware with the Japanese ones, these need jizz screwdrivers. So that if you had the jizz screwdrivers, you should be okay. But this was a really stubborn one. And I tried a few little tricks, and because it didn't work, I was resorting to ultimate measures. So I was tapping the screw itself just to loosen it up with a tap hammer, and that kind of loosened it up slightly and enough for me to spin round and use the penetrating WD-40 spray. There's a number of these available. Let that sit for a few minutes, and then I got myself a mole grip. And when you lock onto a mole grip, you want enough movement there just to give it a bit of a spin. As soon as it gets spinning, you're good to go. And then that little thing just comes loose just beautifully like that. It took a bit of time, but because we managed to get rid of it, we were happy that we got the screws out. So this is something that you can use as reference. This is how mine's worked, and it kind of worked out. I'm sure there'll be other ways of doing this. So if you have a better way, please do let me know in the comments. It's always nice to find new ways of taking these chewed, stripped head nuts out.
So that was that section. Hopefully you found that useful. I'll see you on the next video here, which will actually take you on the next section of this project.